It's the Hypno Party, where you are the stars of the show. Hang on to your heads, because you are about to have your minds blown. Please welcome the king of concentration, the sultan of sleep, and the titan of trance. Put your hands together for Jeffery Lyle.
All the Prophetstown, make noise! Everyone here, thank you. I'm Jeffery Lyle. This will be the Hypno Party, where tonight some of you will be the stars of the show. That's the spirit. The first step towards being hypnotized is you have to want to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
So before I tell you what hypnosis is about, I'm going to tell you what it's not about. For example, hypnosis is not mind control. You, actually, when you're in hypnosis, you are in control of what suggestions you accept and what suggestions you don't accept. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. You will not cluck like a chicken unless you want to cluck like a chicken. In which case you need a psychiatrist and not a hypnotist. Also, hypnosis is not weird and scary like you've seen in all those movies. In order to help you enter into hypnosis, I'm going to use guided relaxation of your body and mind. And when you start clearing out all the tensions in your body and mind, you will be able to focus on my voice and follow my instructions. And that's when the magic of hypnosis happens. So hypnosis is also not something that I will do to you. Hypnosis is something that you do to yourself with my assistance. It's something you allow to happen. Now, I call myself a hypno-magician because I'm going to use a few little magical effects to help explain what you're going to see a little bit later in the show in the way of real hypnotic phenomena. So the fact is, you have all been hypnotized before. You've been hypnotizing yourselves your entire life. You just didn't call it that. Hypnosis is a 19th century word for an ancient phenomenon ever since the first caveman got lost staring into a fire, which is what you do every day when you're sitting in class and you're bored and you zone out and you start thinking about something else. You basically hypnotize yourself. Have you ever been working on your computer for about an hour and it seemed like 15 minutes? That time distortion is a hypnotic phenomenon of that kind of intense concentration of attention. Here's another example of what that intense concentration of attention does for you. For those of you who drive, you've been driving down the street thinking about your homework or how hot Shakira or Justin Bieber is, and you missed your exit. There we go. Okay, and you missed your exit. Can you do that? Raise your hand if you've ever missed your exit. Okay, that's cool. Now here's the question. Did you crash the car?
I crashed the car.
He crashed the car. All right, 2 points for him. For everybody else, who did not crash the car, the reason is your subconscious mind was still driving the car. So normally, your conscious and subconscious minds are separated, like this black and white handkerchief. So if the white handkerchief was your conscious mind, and the black handkerchief was your subconscious mind, what I'm going to do to you guys tonight is I'm just going to kind of stir them together. This guy looks like he's been stirred together already. What's your name? What's your name? Connor, kind of reach in there and show what happened when we stirred your conscious and subconscious mind. Hold on.
Oh.
Thank you. That is hypnosis. Thank you, Connor. Good job. That's Dr. Connor. Now, this isn't hypnosis yet, but I want to show you what happens when you allow your subconscious mind to take control, which is what you're going to do when you become hypnotized. So, circle, V, just watch my hand and do as I do. Circle, wiggle your fingers. In a minute, keep doing it. I'm going to ask you to do something, and I want you to do what I tell you to do. But keep watching my hand, okay? In a minute, I want you to take the circle, and I want you to place it on your chin. Go. She put it, where did you put it? She put it on her cheek, didn't she? You put it on your cheek. I said, your chin. Guys, not paying attention. Actually, you were paying attention. Your conscious mind was paying attention to what I said. Your subconscious mind was watching my hand. Now, that wouldn't happen again, right? Let's try something else. Okay? Not again. Okay. This time we're going to play a spelling game, a little word game, okay? It's not a hard word. It's not an SAT word. It's only We got 4 letters. You can do this. Now here's the thing. Every time I go like this, I want you to spell a letter of the word. No matter how many times I ask you to spell the word, I want you to keep shouting it out, 1 letter at a time, until I ask you a question. When I ask you the question, answer, shout out the first word that pops into your head. Okay? Here we go. Everybody ready? Spell spot. S-P-O-T. Good, now spell spot. S-P-O-T. Okay, spell spot. S-P-O-T. Right, spell spot. S-P-O-T. Now spell spot. S-P-O-T. One more time, spell spot. S-P-O-T. I lied, one more time. S-P-O-T. What do you do when it comes to a green light? Stop. No, you go when you come to a green light. You stop when you come to a red light. The good thing this wasn't on the SAT. But that's what happens because your subconscious mind was anticipating. And that's a big thing about hypnosis. If you anticipate, if you expect it to happen, and you let it happen, it's going to happen just like that. I'm not the first hypnotist you've ever met. You've actually met another hypnotist before. You know who that is? My mother. Your mother. I said it! All right, 2 points. Do you know why? Because when you were a little kid and you hurt yourself, did your mother say, "Oh, you have a boo-boo, let me kiss it and make it feel better"? No, your mother didn't care. My mother said that to me, and you know what? I believed her, and my boo-boo felt better because I believed her. Anytime you allow the bypass of the critical part of your conscious mind and accept a suggestion without criticism, without thinking about it in your subconscious mind, you are technically in hypnosis. Let me give you a demonstration of the power of suggestion. I have a couple balloons here and a long steel needle. It's a real needle. If I say to this balloon, you see this long steel needle? I'm going to stick you in behind of this, and this is going to really hurt. If I do that, what do you think the balloon's going to do? Exactly. But if I say to this balloon, look into my eyes, I have a soft, tickly feather. In a moment, I'm just going to tickle your behind with a feather. It's going to feel so good, it won't bother me. If the balloon accepts my suggestion, I'll be able to stick the needle right through the balloon. And it won't pop because the balloon is hypnotized. But if I say the balloon, wake up, the balloon will pop. So if I can hypnotize a balloon, you should believe it. I can hypnotize you. When you're at a light level of hypnosis, you don't necessarily realize it at all. You're saying, I feel chill, I feel cool, yeah, I'll do what you say, it's not a problem. When you get deeper and deeper into hypnosis, you start to exhibit other phenomena. Who knows what a domino is? You guys know what a domino is? Okay. If you were hypnotized, and I was controlling what you saw, I could convince you that this domino, which normally has 2 sides, actually has 4 sides. Because this side would have 1 spot, this would have 4 spots, this would have 3 spots, and this would have 6 spots. Now, in case you didn't catch that, let me do it one more time. This side has 1 spot, this side has 4 spots, this side has 3 spots, and this side has 6 spots. So there are 4 sides. Now, some of you may think, I know you're just fooling us. And if you're not hypnotized, you might think that. And you might think, well, this is really a trick. You've got just 2 spots on this side. So if you hold your hand like this, it looks like 1 spot. If you hold your hand like that, it looks like 3 spots, right? And you might think, well, you've only got 5 spots on this side. So if I hold my hand like this, it looks like I've got 6 spots. If I hold my hand like this, it looks like I've got 4 spots, right? But what if you were really deeply hypnotized? What if you were hypnotized so that you couldn't see all the spots on your mind? But you didn't know it because you're in a lighter state of hypnosis. If that was the case, you wouldn't see that there were 3 spots on each side. Or that there were 6 spots on this side. we all know there can't be 4 sides to this, but there actually are 3 sides. The third side has 8 sides. So, I know. So, you might just be a little hypnotized already. Thank you. I appreciate this. The best hypnotic subjects are those who can visualize what I say in their own mind. If you're a great visualizer, you can be hypnotized really easily. Give me a big hand. So, Caleb, I want to do a card trick with a deck of cards that you'll only be able to see in your subconscious mind. I'm going to hypnotize you in a moment so that you cannot see the deck of cards unconsciously. Are you ready? Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Can you see the deck of cards? I'm ready. All right, Caleb, here's what we're doing. Take the deck of cards out of the box, fan them out, take the card in your card, don't let me see it. Take a look at it, remember what it is. Turn it face up, and put it back in the deck. Close the cards back up, put the deck of cards back. About to hold the monster, please. Thank you. Now, you think I'm crazy, don't you? No, that's good. You better not, because you'd be just as crazy because you just helped me. But I tell you what we do, Caleb. I want to take my silk handkerchief here, and I'm going to make a little baggie out of it. And I want you to drop the deck of cards in the bag. Take the deck of cards, drop it in, right in there. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, Caleb, I'm going to remove the suggestion that you cannot see the deck of cards. Put your hand out like this. Can you feel the deck of cards? Good, okay. Put 2 hands out because I don't want to drop it. There we go. And can you see the deck of cards? Good, okay, that's good. Caleb, we're making progress. So now, Caleb can see the deck of cards that you didn't see before. Caleb, I know you couldn't see the card that you selected consciously, but your subconscious mind saw the card, even though it was invisible to your conscious mind. Close your eyes for a moment again, and I want you to try to visualize the card that you saw before. And when you know what it is, just tell me what it was. You got it, buddy. 4 9s. You sure about that? You wouldn't get it, okay. Because there's one card face up in the deck, Caleb. You want to see what that card is? Now I'm going to explain to you how I knew that Caleb would select this card. Because even though Caleb could not consciously see the cards, subconsciously he could see that while all the other cards in the deck had red backs, the 4 of diamonds was the only one with a blue back. Everybody give Caleb a big hand. Are you guys enjoying the magic part of the show here? Yeah, a little bit more of that before we get to the real hypnosis. Now, in order to hypnotize you, I also have to get into sync with your minds. So, Kaylee, I have a bunch of special cards here that have in the back the hypnotic spiral. But can you see any difference between the backs of these cards that would let you identify what's on the other side? No, they're all the same. But on the other side are pictures. These are pictures of various things. Now, of course, these represent actual objects, like toilet paper, lightning bolt. But they also have certain fundamental shapes. The subconscious mind doesn't really see objects very well, but it sees shapes, like the arrow. So you should be able to look at this, or the lamp, and you should be able to remember, like the round apple, the shape of whichever one of these objects that you see, right? So you can point to whichever one you want. This one? Really? Okay. Who knows? Hang on to it against your tummy. Don't let me see. Okay. Would somebody else help me? Can you come help me from there? Yeah. What's your name? Jenna. Thanks, Jenna. You know what this is? Read your book. Now, Jenna, here's what I want you to do. I want you to blindfold me. So I can't see the Ouija board. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to Haley's subconscious mind. You know the Ouija board, the way it works, you put your hand on the thing and it moves it? I'm going to let Haley's subconscious mind move my magic marker while I'm blindfolded. And I'm going to try to see what is in Haley's subconscious mind. Don't let me bump into stuff that I really can't see. Take a look at the card that you selected and tell me what it is. That is better. Hypnosis' modern period is traced back roughly to the 1780s. And this gentleman, Dr. Anton Mesmer, was a German doctor working in Paris in the 1780s. He attended a magic show, not unlike this one, where he saw a magician take natural magnets called lodestones and wave them at his audience, and the audience seemed to respond. So he came to the conclusion that we all had magnetic fluids in our bodies that could be influenced by the stars and planets, and that his good magnetic fluids as a doctor could influence the bad magnetic fluids of sick people. He would use his mesmeric gaze and make mesmeric passes, and people became fascinated and fixated by him, which is an important part of entering hypnosis. You've all seen the swinging watch thing? That's just to capture your attention. Well, he captured people's attention this way and convinced them, they believed, that they would go into hypnosis. And in fact, they did. People of Paris loved this. 3,000 people a day came to Mesmer's house to get mesmerized with their animal magnetism. So King Louis formed a commission to examine Mesmer. It included the chemist, Dr. Lavoisier, Benjamin Franklin. Our own Benjamin Franklin was chasing women around Paris at the time. And another doctor named Guillotin. Dr. Guillotin invented that headache remedy during the French Revolution, the guillotine. I have here a little copy of Dr. Guillotin's invention. I wonder if someone out there would like to give me a the last time you gave me a hand like this here, I hope you'll remember yours. Anyway, would you do me a favor and just make sure that this chops down really good? This is a good motion. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's do one more time. Let's make it right there. Would you reach in here for me? A little farther. There we go. That's good. Stay right there. Now, Daniel, you've seen me do a few things here. Do you believe? Wait, I want to hear it louder. Do you believe?
Yes.
Say I believe.
I believe.
No, louder than that.
I believe.
One more time, louder.
I believe.
So do we. Thank you, Daniel. We can take the neck back. Let's give Daniel the next one. You're about to get the opportunity to experience real hypnosis. You got fun with that?
Yeah.
That it's like super glue on your hands. That they are just turning into a single solid mass. And the more you try to open them, the more they stick together, stick tight like glue. Go ahead and try. Try to open your hands and notice that they stick tight like glue. The more you try, the tighter they stick, tighter and tighter and tighter. And if your hands are stuck together, put your hands over your head like this right now. That's great. Okay, so come on up here. We'll get more chairs. You can stand in the back. Doesn't matter. I think we have more volunteers. That's good. Let's see how many we got. All right. Feet on the floor, hands on your thighs. Head should be straight with your back against the back of the chair. And I want you to take one hand now, any hand, doesn't matter which hand, put it up on your hairline, where your hairline meets your face, and just roll your eyes upwards. And I want you to look at that finger through your head. Just imagine that you were looking at that finger through your head. And notice, as it strains your eyes, that it becomes harder and harder for you to keep your eyes open. When you know that you cannot keep your eyes open anymore, I want you to drop your hand to your lap and let your eyes close and relax deeply. And as you notice the relaxation in your face, notice when it starts to move farther and farther down. Now moving down into your neck, so that your neck releases and your head drops forward like a bowling ball. That's right. Melting deeper into your chair, like a snowman melts into a puddle on a hot summer day. And as you retreat deeper into yourself, it's like you are inside the elevator of your mind. You are now on the 10th floor of the elevator of your mind. And when we press the down button, you are going to go down one floor at a time. And with every floor that you pass, you will become deeper relaxed. And now the fluffy cloud starts to drift farther away from you and become smaller and smaller. So it's finally so far in the distance, it's like a speck of dust. And it disappears. And there is nothing but clear, open sky in front of you. From now on, anytime I tell you to sleep, you will return immediately to this state of complete and total relaxation. Everybody, how do you feel? You feel great, don't you? I'd like to meet each one of you. What was your name again? You take your hand, David. That's right. Really, how you doing? Sleep. Go back. That's right. That's right. Let's go on. That's perfect. Okay. What's your name? Sleep. We'll find out later. That's great. Okay. How you doing? You feel like you're hypnotized? You really? Sleep. I guess there he is. Up there. Hi there. What's your name? Olivia. That's great, Olivia. Take a look at me. You know what? I have sleep dust in my pocket. I'm going to sprinkle the sleep dust on you, and when I sprinkle the sleep dust on you, you're going to go right back to sleep. Watch. Okay, that's good. I hate to wake him up. You look so happy. Hi there, what's your name? Austin, you know what, Austin? I have a snowball left over from when it was icy and it's cold out. It's a hypnotic snowball. When you get hit by the hypnotic snowball, you're going to fall right to sleep. You ready? Watch. Sleep. That's good. Got him right in the kiss. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Let's everybody give them a big hand for being such wonderful. They are great. You know what? When I count to 3, you're going to sit up and you're going to notice that the room is starting to get a little hotter. 1, 2, 3, sit up with your eyes closed, but the room is getting hot. It's so hot, you gotta bang yourselves, and that's right, get a little air in those clothes. Don't take them off because we're in a public place, but just get some air in there. That's right, I know it's 110 degrees now. It's flying like an egg, it's 120 degrees now. It's like an Arizona summer. Oh my God, you're so incredibly hot. It's unbelievably hot. But wait, let's turn the air conditioning back on. There we go, the air conditioning just came back on. It's cooling like it was during winters in Chicago, 30 degrees. That's below freezing. You can start to feel your nose getting cold, your fingers and toes get cold. 20 degrees. That Chicago wind is blowing in. Your body heat the person next to you. Get warm. Minus 10 degrees. You better get warm. You better get next to somebody right away, or you are going to freeze to death. It's not good. Minus 15 degrees. Oh my God. Really hug up real close. Get real close to each other. Wrap your legs and arms around each other. Okay, therefore you're going to freeze and really get in there. That's right. Get in there really tight. You guys, that's how you survive. And on the count of 3, you open your eyes. You'll be wide awake when you wonder what you just did. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Wide awake. And get a room, guys. Take another deep breath. And everybody sleep. That's right. Back deeper and deeper sleep. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want. We were waiting for that all night. That's good. Okay. He's what we call a flopper. Floppers are great. They'll be fine. In a moment, I'm going to count to 3 and you all will sit up and you will have forgotten your first name. And try to introduce yourself to the person next to you when I tell you to, but you won't be able to because you will have forgotten your first name. Turn to the person next to you and introduce yourself, okay? Go ahead, tell them who you are. What's the matter? Why can't you tell them who you are? You can't remember your name, can you? You know why? It's because it's in the back of your head. When I put it in the front of your head, you'll be able to remember your name. Watch, we'll move from the back to the front. What's your name? Jack, right, Jack. And when I take it from the front, I move it back and put it in the box here and close the box. Your name is gone again. What's your name? But I'm going to move to the front again now. You ready? What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. But I'm going to take it back in the box. Ready? It's gone. What's your name? Crazy, isn't it? And you, sir? Can you tell me your name? No, you can't, can you? 1, 2, 3, just you sleep. There we go. When I count to 3 and you open your eyes again, you're going to be able to remember your name. But your tongue is going to be stuck to the bottom of your mouth. So when you try to say your name, you're only going to be able to make funny sounds. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. You remember your name now?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Well, I can't understand you. Your tongue is even more stuck to the bottom of your mouth now. What's your name?
Fish.
I'm sorry. Is that an English word? What's your name?
Fish.
Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, back to sleep. Oh my God. Okay, that's good. You, sir. Take a deep breath. Sleep. There we go. That's good. Now, when I count to 3, you're going to sit up, and you are going to think that your name is Ethel. It doesn't matter what your name was before. Now your name is Ethel. You are Ethel. You have always been Ethel. No one can convince you that your name is anything else other than Ethel. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, wide awake. How you doing? I'm Jeff. What's your name?
Ethel.
Ethel. Cool. Have you always been Ethel?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. What do people call you for short?
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Hey, would you bet me that your name is Ethel?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Because you know your name is Ethel, right?
Sure.
Of course, sure. Would you bet me like $10 that your name is Ethel? Yeah, really? Would you bet me $100 your name is Ethel?
Yeah, well,
Well, I'll tell you what. I will bet you. Do you have a wallet? I will bet you 1,000 hypno dollars, better than regular dollars, that your name is not Ethel. Would you take that bet against what's in your wallet? Whatever's in your wallet. For sure. Cool. Would you take your wallet out? Okay. Take it out a second. You have an ID? Okay, just take the ID out. Tell me what name is on the ID.
Austin?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But your name is Ethel. That's why I thought. Put the ID back, Austin. I don't want to take your money. That's why you just put that away and then put it in your pocket. That's good. That's good. And take a deep breath. And sleep. That's good. Good job, Austin. When I touch your forehead, you'll remember your name. What's your name? Olivia. That's right. Olivia, take a deep breath. Sleep. That's good, Olivia. You're great. Okay, Olivia, when I count to 3, you're going to sit up again, and you will remember your name, but you will have forgotten the number 4. The number 4 will be completely gone from your head. So 1, 2, 3, wide awake. So now, there we go. Olivia, I happen to have taken a new job. I am the admissions counselor for every college in America. Isn't that cool? So anywhere you want to go, if you want to go somewhere, you'll be able to go somewhere. But I'm making a new rule for all college students. All college students have to have 10 fingers. So Olivia, would you look at your hands for me? And I just want you to count your fingers one at a time, starting there. Count out. Tell me how many fingers you have.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you always had 11 fingers?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you have 11 fingers, you might have to spend another year in high school because you don't really fit the college requirements. But let's try and count them again. Count the fingers on this hand.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay, now count the fingers on this hand.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
So actually, you have 12 fingers.
Yeah?
Now that's weird, isn't it? When I count to 3, you will sit up in your chair, open your eyes, and you will realize that you have lost your belly button. You'll be really upset that you lost your belly button because you need your belly button to do something incredibly important. And you're going to be upset. You think maybe somebody stole your belly button? You don't know where it is. So you're not going to be satisfied until you can find your belly button. 1, 2, 3, everybody, eyes open, wide awake. So, did anybody here lose anything?
Belly button.
Your belly button, dude, that's really careless. That's really, what'd you lose? Belly button. What about you? What can you do? She can't see without her belly button. That's right, it's like a third eye. Jack, what's going to happen to you without a belly button?
Can't
You can't eat. Do you normally eat through your belly button?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I got a feeling, Haley, what do you love?
My belly button's full.
That's a problem, isn't it?
Where'd it go?
I know. Like, look under your chair. See if it's there. Look it's under your chair. What do you need? What? If you don't have the belly button, what can't you do?
Isn't that how your kids?
You can't have kids. That's right. That's how you have kids, through your belly button. That's really, you're right. You're absolutely right, Haley. And now you can't have kids without your belly button, which would be really sad. Good. I bet one of them took it. Your friend kind of sneaky. He asked him which one took it. You know which one took it, don't you? She would do that, wouldn't she? Okay. Well, we'll try and find it. See if it's on somebody else. If you traded belly buttons, maybe. No? It's not on him? Oh, wait, you know what? I got a pocket full. I found a couple. One of these, I think, is yours. Take the one that's yours and put it back on. One of those is yours. Take it and put it back on. Take it back on. Screw it on tight so the air doesn't get out. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Okay, we're going to see. On the count of 3, everybody's going to sit up and be wide awake, and you are going to be auditioning to be in a movie. This is your big break, your big chance. You are going to be a star of the movie Transformers 4. And so I'm going to tell you what machine you have to be to audition, and if you're the best auditioner, you get to make $1 million. You are now a washing machine. There we go. You gotta go to the side. I really shake it up. I gotta really see that. Really see those clothes moving around there. That's right. That's what we're talking about. All the way around, all the whole cycle, all the way. Give a good wash on heavy duty. Oh, now you're a jackhammer. Let's see if we know that. Really break up that concrete. Say jackhammer. Really break up that concrete. I want to see it now. Okay. Haley might just with us. Now you're going to be a cell phone vibrating. Really vibrate. Really vibrate that cell phone. Woo! Okay, you guys are all great. I think we're going to have to hire all of you. Okay, sit back up in your chair. You're fine. They're like drunks. They don't break anything. That's good. That's good. Okay, there we go. Just have a seat. And just stay seated there. Don't go anywhere. Just relax. That's good. Just breathe. You're doing great. Haley, you stay right there. Stay glued to your chair. Your back is glued to your chair now. Your back is glued to your chair now. That's good. That's right. Just exactly like that. That's perfect. Stay like that. Whatever else I say, your back is glued to your chair so it won't fall over, okay? Everybody else. On the count of 3. You are going to sit up. You'll be wide awake. And you are going to take off one shoe, and you are going to think that shoe is the cutest brand new puppy that you've ever seen. When I count to 3, I say wide awake, you're going to sit up, and your shoe, you're going to take off your shoe, and your shoe is going to be your favorite kind of cute little puppy. 1, 2, 3. We're having proper center here now. This is really great. Imagine if you were this relaxed when you took a test. Imagine if you were this relaxed when you went on a job interview. Wouldn't it be great to learn how to be this relaxed? All right, on the count of 3, you're going to sit up, you're going to sit back in your chair wide awake, and you're going to take off your shoe, you're going to think your shoe is a puppy. 1, 2, 3. Wide awake, sit up in your chair. That's right, sit up in your chair, but take off your shoe, and your shoe is now a puppy. 1, 2, 3, wide awake. Everybody sit up straight. Your shoe is now a puppy. Be nice to your puppy, pet your puppy. Enjoy your puppy. Let's see share your puppy with your neighbor. Let him see what a wonderful puppy you have. These are great. I'm going to come by. I want you to tell me what kind of puppy you have. Golden Retriever. I like those. What kind of puppy you have?
A Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. That's cool. What about your?
A German Shorthair.
Wow, I've never had a German Shorthair. What about your German Shepherd? German Shepherd. What's your puppy?
No, Wiener Dog.
Wiener Dog! I've never been big on Wiener Dogs, but it's okay. What's your puppy? Yorkie. A Yorkie Poodle. Love that. What's your mother?
Poodle.
Poodle. Okay, what about your puppy?
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, of course. And Haley, I bet you got a cute one. What's your?
It's a Great Dane.
A Great Dane. I just knew she'd have a big dog. Did you know that? Okay. And now, the puppy's got a tickle. I think he's tickling on your legs. Oh, you gotta come on the ground. Oh, you get all wet. Oh, you got a tickle all over your stuff. Oh, you like puppies, but that's the problem. Okay, when I snap my fingers, it's no longer going to be a puppy. You're going to put your shoe back on your foot. 1, 2, 3. That's not a puppy, that's a shoe. Put it back on your foot. Except for you. Take a look at me. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Here we go. I'm going to give you this in your hand. You are not going to be able to see this. Hold on tight. But when I ask you where your shoe is, you're going to think your shoe has disappeared. No matter where you look, no matter what you do, you are not going to be able to see the shoe that is in your hand. It is gone completely until I tell you otherwise. 1, 2, 3. Sit up straight. How you doing? Why do you wear only one shoe to the prom? That's really weird, isn't it? You know, you could like stub your toe or something without the other shoe. Well, what do you do with your other shoe? You don't know. Look around for it. See if you can find it. That's really crazy, isn't it? You don't see your shoe anywhere? It's totally gone, right? Isn't that good? She took your shoe. That's what I figured. When I snap my fingers, though, you're going to see your shoe is back in your hand. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Where's your shoe now? It's right there. Put it back on your foot, Richard. It's good. The next time I snap my fingers, you're going to think the back of my clothes are gone. And I'm totally naked in the back. From the front, I look perfectly normal. But when I turn around, you're going to think that the back of my clothes are completely gone, okay? 1, 2, 3. So I look fine now, right? Because as I dressed for you guys, I wanted to look good for you guys, but I had a little accident when I came over here, so I had a little problem with my clothes. I hope you don't mind. But I got a little problem with my clothes. Kind of got a little air conditioning now, and the air conditioner is, well, wait, I dropped the quarter. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, I dropped again. Whoa, wait a minute. What's the matter? Something else. When I snap my fingers again, I will have all my clothes on. But I have special x-ray glasses. And when you wear these x-ray glasses and you look out at your friends, whoever is your best friend down there will look completely naked. Check it out. Is that not a good sight? What about you? See what you can see. Your best friend out there is completely naked. What do you see? Oh, we don't like that. Here, you look like a dude. Who can you see out there? Yeah, it's not gym class, is it, man? That's really weird. Okay. No, nobody's naked anymore out there. But you know what? When I count to 3 and snap my fingers again, you will realize you forgot to get dressed for the prom. You changed clothes, you left all your clothes in the other room, and you are sitting on stage completely naked. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you better hide behind that chair, baby. I think so. When I count to 3, you're going to sit back down in your chairs, and you're going to be dressed again. Don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3. All your clothes are back on. That's great. You sit back down in your chair. Oh, that's crazy. What's the matter, Tyler? Okay. You're doing good. Tyler, look at me. Look at me. When I snap my fingers, you're going to wake up completely. Okay? Everybody keep an eye on Tyler, okay? So, all right. I'm going to play some music now. And when I play this music, you are going to realize that you are members of the new dance club at your school. And you are competing with all the other schools to be the very best dancers of the very best dance club in the whole state. And if you win, again, you get to go to state championships. You're going to be great. You're going to dance a couple different styles of dance. When you hear the music that goes with your style of dance, you're going to do that kind of dancing. You're going to